Should we jump? Should we jump? We should jump. Pixie! What have you got, Pixie? We're gonna jump? Let's jump it, Pixie. Lycan is slippery. Good morning world, morning walk episode 19. It's cold this morning, really freaking cold for Sydney anyway, down to like 4 degrees, 1 degree apparent temperature. Sydney's funny because it never gets seriously cold like negatives, at least not in this part of Sydney, but because of the humidity it always feels a lot colder than it really is. And this morning is definitely one of those mornings. Would have been much nicer to stay in bed. Yesterday was one of those epic days. I started off with a road ride at 5 a.m. It was cold, stars are out, absolutely awesome. 4K run around lunchtime. Then, the thing I'm almost most excited about was getting out for a surf. First time in years. And finally wrapped it up with like a epic mountain biking ride in the afternoon. I also set myself a goal that by the end of this month, I wanted to ride at least one time this little narrow bridge on this mountain biking trail that I love to do. It's good to have goals. And yesterday was a day that was all about goals. I'm going to tell you why. You know, goal setting is really hard. Nobody really teaches you how to do it properly. And what's even harder is sticking to it, you know? Like setting goals is one thing, but actually managing to achieve them by sticking to them is something entirely different. I'm going to tell you more about that in just a second, because it is coffee time. That is Sydney. This is the thing that people don't realise about Sydney, is that you've got these areas that are just full of trees and parks and outdoors and beauty. And then you've got like the central business district there in the distance. Amazing. All right, let's talk about goals then, because they're kind of made out to be like everything and anything, right? But really a goal is just anything that you set yourself as something to do. So if you think about it in its simplest form, if you wrote down every day the one thing that you wanted to get done by the end of that day, and then you actually worked on it, like, you're gonna get that shit done. And that's where goal setting can be really powerful. It's just the one thing or the two things or the handful of things that you actually want to get done. What's the right way to set goals then? Well, we use this method which is called the SMART method. And it's an acronym, S-M-A-R-T, which is really effective at just helping you set goals that you can actually get done. But firstly, what's the most important thing when you're setting goals? Don't set too many of them. You know, very often people set crazy numbers of goals, and the first thing that's going to screw you up if you're actually hoping to achieve something is setting too many goals for yourself. You know, in our businesses, and our businesses are like 15 to 20 people working on various stuff at any one time, we literally set ourselves one goal, one thing that we really want to get done in like a 9-month period. You know, one major overarching thematic goal of everything we do. And that just shows you, you know, when you set a goal like that, it actually gives you the prospect that you can actually achieve it. So number one, don't set too many goals at any one time. Oh, check this out. That's kind of cool. Oh, this is epic. So it's like a whole bunch of kids have come and had a campfire overnight. I don't know why I'm so excited about that, but you can just sort of picture it, right? Like a whole bunch of people sitting around on this bush track in the evening, little fire going. Fires are magic. I actually used to do that when I was growing up too. It's like we'd go and light a campfire somewhere and just enjoy it. And I think that's something that's really lost in modern life, in suburbia. Just having a fire, and sitting around with friends, with mates, enjoying yourself. How cool is that? All right, so back to goals. I think people make a big deal out of goals unnecessarily. Everyone's, our whole lives kind of stuffing this stuff down our throats, whether it's your boss, sorry guys, your parents, workmates, professors, whatever it is, people at school, careers counsellors, like everyone's talking about goals and making it out to be this big thing, but it's not. Like a goal is just something that you want to get done, something that you need to get done. And just by writing things down, it makes it so much more likely that we're actually going to achieve whatever that thing is that we want to do or we need to get done. And so that's why, writing things down, setting a goal is really powerful. Let's talk about the SMART acronym. So the S stands for specific. You've got to make your goals specific. So it's not good enough to just to say, I want to quit smoking or I want to lose weight. It's not specific enough to know that you've actually achieved it. So you need to set a specific goal. So like, I'm going to stop smoking for a month, or I'm going to lose 10 kilos, or I'm going to give up donuts. I am going to give up donuts. Try that one on. So that's the S for specific. Number 2 is M. The M means measurable. Like it's not good enough just to set a goal that you can't actually measure at the end of to know that you've actually achieved it. So your goal has to be measurable. Things are measurable generally in terms of like time or quantity, for example. So this thing that I'm going to do 10 times or 50 times or 100 times. Or it's time based. So I'm going to do something within a specific set of time, or I'm going to do X repetitions. If you're at the gym and you're trying to like bulk up a bit or something like that, or trying to get fit, I'm going to do 3 sessions a week. These things are measurable, and when something's measurable, you're much more likely to be able to achieve it. Oh wow, I just have to show you this. This view is just out of this world. I love the fact on the morning walk that I get up and it's early and cold and there's stars, and then just a short time later, sunshine, light reflecting off the buildings of Sydney. It's just stunning. Every day's a gift. Next is attainable or achievable for the letter A. R is relevant. Your goals need to be relevant. They need to be relevant to either like things that you're interested in or what you're hoping to achieve and what's current and timely. I mean, if you're like producing music and you're hoping to distribute it, are you going to distribute that music on a cassette tape? Yeah, probably not. You might do that for a passion project, something cool. Just the other day I was in San Francisco and ran across this German couple that were taking their photos on this old analog camera. Now, a lot of you guys wouldn't have even ever seen an analog camera, right? But they're doing it because of like the tactile nature of it, the sensitivity of actually being able to touch and play with it. So that goal for them, taking their photos using an analog camera, was relevant exactly to them. So R is for relevant. Oh wow, I'm going to show you a clip of this. This is absolutely incredible. So I'm walking the top of the pipeline, and the lichen that's growing on top of this pipeline is absolutely incredible. Lichen grows really slowly. Some lichens grow 1 millimetre a year. Other lichens obviously grow faster. But these lichens are huge. Like, these have been around for a very long time. Just awesome, right? If I was just walking along this pipeline like I do every day, I never, ever would have known that this phenomenal lichen is growing on top of this pipe unless I climbed up here and checked it out. And that's the beauty of doing something new, right? Is you always can discover something that you're not expecting, something that's beautiful. And finally, T is for timely or time-bound. Your goals have to be timely. Is this the right goal to be doing or be striving after right now? And time-bound means bound by time. You've got to set some sort of time limit on the goal that you're hoping to achieve. You know, just saying I'm going to do this thing and not having a time period set to it makes it really hard to achieve, because it just means you're not working towards anything. And one of the important things with goals is that you're kind of constantly looking at them and saying, can I do this? Can I do this by next month? Can I do this in the next 6 months? So I set myself a goal this year of surfing again. And my goal was, I'm going to go surfing at least one time this year. So I set myself a specific goal, go surfing. I set a measurable goal, one time. I set something that is achievable. Yeah, going surfing one time is totally achievable. It was a relevant goal because I've loved surfing throughout my life, particularly in the last 15, 20 years, and just haven't been getting to it. So it was totally relevant for what I want to achieve. And was it timely? Yeah, getting back to surfing now is definitely something I want to do. And time bound, I gave myself a year period in which to achieve it. And you know what? Yesterday I got it done. Well, here goes nothing. This is one of my goals for the year, is to surf again. Surfboard, waves, weak, flabby arms. Let's go do it. Well, that didn't quite go as planned. First wave of the day, of the year, of the last 5 years, and I broke a leg rope. But I've achieved my goal of surfing this year. That was the goal, and that's the thing about goals. You know, it's something to achieve, so at least I've done it. Even if it was only one wave. Mission accomplished! So SMART goals, definitely a great way of achieving things that you want to get done. And it doesn't have to be big things either. You know, people make a fuss. Sorry, absolutely gorgeous sunrise coming up. I don't want you guys to miss that. You know, people make a fuss about goals, like they have to be big and complicated sort of things. And if you're not setting really massive goals for yourself, then that's some sort of failure. But that's just rubbish. You know, goals can be small things that you want to get done every day or every week. So stop eating donuts for a month. Or this week I want to drink 3 less coffees so that I've got an extra $10 in my wallet, and I can do something with that money. You know, goals don't have to be these massive things, and in fact, the more you make your goals SMART goals, the more likely you are to achieve them. Anyway, it's a cracking morning. Sun is coming up here in Sydney, Australia. I hope you're having a great day, whatever you're doing. And I'll see you next time on the morning walk. Now I've got to make sure I don't slip off this pipeline. See you next time.